And we'll see Lizzie in action in the women's team pursuit. Going for gold very shortly. The bronze medal race is reaching its climax. Let's hear from Hugh.
On the track at the moment is the closing stages then of the scrap for the bronze medal between Australia and the Netherlands. And Australia have led this ever since the start. They opened up with a quicker first kilometre than the Netherlands, and then they went even faster over the second K. So they're on their way here to a place on the podium, and of course it will be the bronze medal. And this is the team of Tess Downing, Belinda Goss and Josephine Tomic. The squad of the Netherlands, Kududa, Peters and Van Dijk, really haven't had any answer to the Australians, who were quicker by just a second over the Dutch in the qualification round. But they've obviously recovered better, and they're backing that up now. And the Australians have got the Dutch firmly in their sights, so they're into the closing stages now. The traditional lineup for the blanket finish for the squad from Australia brings them to the line, and they close out in a time of 3:28.005, and that is quicker than their qualification time, so their recovery powers underlined very well there. So they get the bronze medal, Australia, and just for the record, let me tell you that the Netherlands closed out in 3:31.005. Now then, we can look forward to a very, very interesting final, because Great Britain are out on the track next, and Great Britain are the reigning world champions, so they'll be riding in front of this huge crowd wearing the rainbow jerseys, and their opponents are going to be Germany. Now in qualification, Rob, the Great Britain trio were absolutely magnificent with a time of 3:23. Very, very impressive indeed.
Very, very good performance this morning by the women. And the way the track's running, the way the guys have just gone round, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a new world record here.
Well, let's hope so. Let me draw your attention to that world record. It's just a tad quicker than that at 3:22.415. And of course, it's Great Britain that hold that world record: Hoevenagel, Rousel and Romero. Now, there's a slight change, of course, to that squad, because Rebecca Romero, well, she isn't racing at the moment. So the team now is Joanna Rousel, Wendy Hoevenagel and Lizzie Armitstead, and they are the current world champions. So we're going to see whether they're on a schedule here to threaten that 3,000-metre team pursuit.
Recovery obviously very important in these events, but if these women have recovered well, they rode so cleanly this morning. They look fantastic. They've really come on. It sounds silly to say they are the reigning world champions, but they have improved so much over the last few months. And well, so this ride is going to be exciting. Well,
if it's anything like the men's team pursuit, we are in for an absolute cracker here. They were 4 seconds actually faster than their opponents on the other side of the track, and that is the team from Germany. The team from Germany is going to be led off by Jus, and then the second lap will be Breneur, and then it will be Sandy. Leading off for Great Britain will be Joanna Rousel, there she is on the inside, and the second wheel will be Lizzie Armitstead, and then Wendy Hoevenagel. Now then, two of the team here have already won gold medals. Hoevenagel has won a gold for the individual pursuit, and Armitstead has won one for the points race. Now, the opening kilometre this morning in the time trial for Great Britain was 1:10, and that was right on world record pace. And we're expecting something special here. You know, I was watching them last week during the National Championships, Rob, and they were doing 1.5 kilometre repetitions with a very short rest, and they were all conducted inside the world record.
Yep, and I mean, this is the way that the team has gone. Every time the riders step up onto the track, it's always to go as fast as possible. You know, years back we used to ride well under pace, go slightly over distance and under pace, and it's all kind of, it's on its head now, and it's all above pace, and just for the pure power and the speed, and it's obviously working.
They train actually inside world record pace. I know they did that in the training camp in Newport, South Wales, before they went to Beijing. That's why they said, well, I reckon we're going to win this amount of gold medals, and they were absolutely spot on.
Exactly, and it always, the days when you come into the track and they say, right, guys, today we're going to ride at race pace, everyone sighs relief, because, well, it's easier. It's just easier because you've been going so over pace in previous training sessions. It's just nice.
Right, let's concentrate on the race now. It was a 1:09 opening kilometre for Great Britain ahead of Germany, but that is not as as fast. In fact, what I'm saying is fast. In fact, it's inside world record pace. So the 109 is inside the world record pace here for Great Britain. So they have recovered very, very well. Looking smart, polished performance again here by Armitstead, Hoefenagel and Rousel.
Yeah, fantastic. Very, very smooth. Dan Hunt, the coach, on the line. He's just walking them on the line. He knows exactly where they are. The women will know exactly where they are on their predicted schedule, so they shouldn't panic.
The next mark is 2:16.08 if this world record is going to be under pressure. That will be with 4 laps to go. At the moment, Germany, well, they're still plugging away, but they're losing ground with every pedal rev, and the polished performance by the British trio is certainly reflecting. Up to the line here, 1 kilometre to go, 2:15, 4:3.4. They are inside the world record pace by half a second. Now, this could be the second world mark of this afternoon's meeting, and Great Britain are really flying down the finishing straight. 3 laps to go, and the endurance coach on the line, Dan Hunt, is delighted with this.
Yeah, very, very happy. I'm just watching the Germans going around, and it's quite a shame for them because they're riding extremely well, very tight, but they've just not got the power today against our girls.
But what a perfect closing scenario. They've got the Germans in their sights, and that, of course, will be the impetus to encourage the team to really try and lift their game.
Yeah, it will draw them out. They know that they were going to see them at some point near the end of this ride. They can see them there now, and they'll just reel them in. They've got the bell.
This will be an event that will be in the schedule for the 2012 Olympics for the women, and the third rider for Great Britain just slipping off the wheel slightly there, but here they come off the crown of the bend. The time to beat, 3:22.415. They're on their feet. It's a world record, 3:21.875 for the Great Britain trio, the second world record of the meeting. Both of the upcoming team pursuits, one in the men's team pursuit, and now the women have put their name firmly on the board. The brilliant riding by Armitstead, Hoefenagel and Rousel have stopped the clock on a sensational time of 3:21.875. And the finishing time for Germany, 3:26.403, is still another very respectable mark. In fact, that's a national record for Germany, but they had no answer to the power of the British trio.
What kind of a message is this sending out now to the rest of the world? You know, after a slightly leaner year last year, which was expected from the team's point of view, there was no way they could continue in the vein that they did after Beijing. But to come back here, the first World Cup, they're very early in preparations going into the World Championships, but this is fantastic.
Well, I mean, it's round 1, isn't it? We've got 3 more rounds to go. But, I mean, how far out are we from the Olympics? 1,000 days. And already we have got in position, arguably, a replication of our performances in Beijing. The younger ones are coming through, and they're actually posting the times equivalent to what the older ones did.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's amazing.
The only thing for me is we've got so much talent, we've actually got riders who are not going to make the split who are good enough to win.
Well, this has been the problem, you know, especially at Beijing. We were leaving potential medal winners, you know, Olympic champions were left at home merely because there isn't the places for them on the team. You know, you're limited to the amount of riders you can take. And, you know, we could have put 5 or 6 guys up on the podium for the individual pursuit. We could have probably filled the top 2, the bronze medal even for the team pursuit, you know, and that's just in the endurance events alone.
Yes, yeah. Let me just qualify that comment I made in the commentary. That is actually the first world record of the meet, because obviously the team of the men's 4,000 metre team pursuit was the track record and the second best time ever recorded.
Yeah, but to me, that should be the world record. The way that the ride went, you know, in Beijing, don't forget, they were catching the Danes, who were a big team. They were punching a big hole in front of them, and so it drew them out to the finish, whereas here they had to come round the top of the Spaniards.
Thanks very much, Rob. Well, I can tell you that the world record winning team for the 3,000 metre team pursuit are now with Jill Douglas.
I feel slightly guilty because poor Lizzie Armitstead, you came in to talk to us with sore legs after winning your gold medal in the points race, and here you are again, a little bit sore, but a sensational ride.
Yeah, I'm so chuffed. Just as a team, we've really come together, and it's just gone so right. I don't know why, and just to pull a time like that out is really, really special, you know.